I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, the weekly comic book show where we take deeper, more in-depth looks at the coolest and most happening comic book storylines going on today. And on this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the events of Batman and Robin Eternal issue number 19. Our heroes are trapped in the heart of Spiral by a bunch of killer kids. Can they escape? Well, let's hop on in and find out for ourselves.
So, as the comic opens, Mother's mind-altering message is heard all over the Spiral campus, turning everyone under a certain age into a kill-crazy monster. Not everyone is affected, not right away at least. Strong-willed people like Tim Drake actually managed to hold it. Then again, these are teenagers and youths we're dealing with, so for all we know, a couple people were genuinely controlled, and the rest are going along more as a fashion statement, more of a peer pressure type thing. Obviously, Bert and Ellie is totally ticked off that someone turned her students into blood-crazed killers. I mean, after all, that's totally what she and the rest of Spiral were planning to do with them. Mother's horning in on their business. It's nice the writers were able to call out the blatant hypocrisy right here, but that's going to have to be tabled for another day because Mother is ready to enact the second part of her plan. You see, this attack right here is just a test. Mother's real goal is to gain control of a special Spiral satellite to take her signal global. FYI, this Spiral satellite basically functions as one giant Hypnos, and they created it for the sole purpose of brain-wiping the Justice League should it ever come to that. During the chaos, David Kane and renegade Spiral agent Poppy Ashmore managed to slip their cages. Kane is obviously super stoked that the word of Mother is reaching so many young people. Then again, these young people can't distinguish friend from foe and they attack him anyway. Speaking of friends and foes, poor Tim Drake, Red Robin, and Cassandra Cain end up freaking out on their friends, which means that they have to put them down and hard too. Leave it to Dr. Netz, daughter of famous Nazi scientist Dr. Daedalus, to actually find a stopgap cure for their predicament. You see, Mother's weaponized signal stimulates the same parts of the brain that Dr. Crane's fear toxin did, so how do you get rid of the signal? Get the brain concentrated on something else, like horrible crippling fear gas. It's not particularly pretty, but it does work, and it does allow the good guys to consider their next course of action, and that is shutting down all the power for St. Hadrian's School, making it so that Mother will not be able to take control of the satellite. This feat is sadly a lot easier said than done, as there is an entire campus of trained assassin women standing between them and their ultimate goal. Also, I like this idea that the St. Hadrian girls are being controlled by an external force, but when they knew it was time for killing, they all decided to put on their colorful costumes. Then, of course, there's still the very pressing matter of Harper Row, who is feeling the effects of the signal. They give her a dose of fear gas, hoping it'll get her back to her senses, only here's the thing. After learning about who killed her parents last issue, her worst fear has now changed. She's now scared of Cassandra Cain, who is standing right in front of her right now. Oh, this will not end well as the comic ends. Batman and Robin Eternal number 19 was another very solid issue. I dig the slow ramping up of stakes. The cast of characters has gotten very big, but everyone feels useful. This comic was also filled with a ton of great references and callbacks to issues of Grayson, so if you're a fan of that book like I am, you're really gonna dig this issue. Overall, I would give this one a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll feel like checking out some more videos I have on offer here at Cape Joel.